Here with head coach Jim Penders. The Huskies drop a pair here today to Indiana and Coastal Carolina. Coach, I'll let you talk about it, but just seemed like a lot given for free for you guys. I think 11 walks there in game 2 to Coastal.
I thought it was, 10 or 11 and 2 hit by pitches and I think 3 wild pitches, 3 or 4 wild pitches. Way too much for free against a great team that could be an elite team. We certainly made them look like an elite team today. You can't give away free 90s. You give away that, I think we set a record for it today. I think it's 21 or 22 free 90 feet. And you're not going to beat anybody doing that. We were fortunate it was that close. But not competing from the mound. That's the biggest thing. I thought we scratched with the bats. I thought we had some quality at bats, especially early. They tailed off a little bit. At the end, we couldn't sustain it. They racked up some strikeouts against us late. But overall, you can't allow that much for free, And we're trying to learn some things, trying to put guys in different places. But the big story is that guys have to get better on the mound. As a whole unit. I thought Jimmy Wang actually competed pretty well. I thought, that zone got really tight on him. He had a couple C&I singles get through, but I thought he was letting it go. The other guys looked tentative to pitch to contact. He was at least letting it go, and I know he gave away some stuff for free, but I like the look on his face. I like the way that he was at least competing. Kenny House was okay, but you got you're gonna be 1-7 to the plate, and these guys are gonna steal you blind, And I didn't do a good enough job preparing them for the kind of style they play with the game right before them, and you get 30 minutes in between. I don't like talking about the opponent we're playing second until that first one's over, and I didn't do a good enough job preparing them. But we just have to be better overall.
Get to see Mason tomorrow against Illinois. What do you expect out of him first time out?
I expect him to, certainly give us, some piss and vinegar. He's going to compete. He always competes, and he's looked good. The arm has looked good. It's coming out fine indoors. I think he's going to have the adrenaline going when he sees a different uniform, and hopefully the performance is that much sharper. But it's been coming out fine. He's got no complaints and pitched well last Tuesday, or at least had it coming out of the hand fine, pain-free, ready to go. So I'm excited to see him. We need him. There's no secret. We need him, and we need him back, and hopefully he gets off to a good start against a top 25 ball club tomorrow.
What can we see out of in terms of Wallace and Dandino, in terms of how long they can go tomorrow?
Yeah, I think CJ, we didn't really get him up. He was going to have to get up if we tied the ball game, but he should have a relatively full tank. I think he was 21 or 22 pitches yesterday. He did it last weekend. I expect him to be able to bounce back. He was awesome last Sunday after a similar workload on Friday, so I expect him to be himself. He's been lights out, and we can extend Jake a little bit if we have to. So Mace has to give us a decent start tomorrow. He's going to be on a count, but I'm not going to say what that count is, but we're certainly going to be careful with him. But hopefully he can I'd love to see him just throw strikes. If he can throw strikes and use his mix, show off his competitiveness to the young guys who haven't even seen him compete really against another team. I'm excited about seeing that. And we'll have to turn the page and get back at it tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just